Welcome students. This lesson is division of syllabus of assessment 1, book 6 English, and we will cover the whole syllabus of Oxford Progressive English and grammar as well. Dear students, first we will deal with our book of Oxford Progressive English. There are two main things that we are going to cover in this book that are very important from exams point of view. First one is vocabulary and the second one is question answers. The syllabus from book 1 that is included in your assessment 1 is just unit number 1. We will first revise the exercises of vocabulary and you are requested not to ignore anything that we discuss in this lesson. Let's start our vocabulary exercises. Our first lesson is reading emails. And the vocabulary exercise of reading emails is at page number 4. Vocabulary of unit 1 lesson number 1 is discussed in question answers. So the words we are going to remember from this section are bloom. It means blossom. You can understand this word from the example that many flowers bloom in spring or many flowers blossom in spring. The second word is astounding. That means amazing. Octagonal, that is from the word octet, that means having 8 sides. Slush. Slush is also a kind of beverage that we drink that is half ice and half water. So slush means partly melted snow. Our next lesson is summers in Murree. Vocabulary exercise is at page number 8. We are given a table to join the words, but we have to remember these words to solve these in paper in our exam. The first word is eager. That means keen. Keen means having desire for something. Deforestation, cutting down trees. Crafty, it means clever or cunning. Commotion, disturbance. Sedative, a drug that causes sleepiness. Condemned, that they say it was wrong. And we have heard this word condemned in our news. We used to hear it daily. Next lesson is across the Indus. Vocabulary is at page number 11. The words are festering, that means sores. Drone, male humming bee. Indifferent, unconcerned, means someone has no concern with something. Obliterating, eradicating or covering something. Disgorging, pouring out, coming out. Next lesson is reading for information. Vocabulary is at page number 21. The words are gondolas. This word is used for the local ferry boats in Venice. Congestion is a commonly used word and it means overcrowding. Stunning. Stunning means very impressive. Obvious. Plain to see, easy to see, very clear. Minimum. Bare waist. These are all vocabulary exercises for your assessment 1. You have to learn them all by heart. That will help you in solving your paper. Let us move to our next section, that is question answers. The exercise for lesson number 1 is at page number 4, reading for understanding. There is a good news for you. You don't have to learn all the 8 questions from page number 4, but you have to learn just these 2 questions, question number 4 and question number 5. Number 4 is, why do you think the summit of Everest is called the roof of the world? So, peak of Mount Everest is called the roof of the world because it is the highest place in the world. Question number 5 is, why is Tibetan word for wealth a suitable name for yak? They call it Nor, which means wealth. They call it wealth because it provides them food, shelter, transport and clothing. That is why it is a suitable name for yak. Next lesson is summers in Murree. reading for understanding at page number 9. And you have to do just question number 2 and question number 3. Question number 2 is, why were hills a magical spot for the winter as a boy? We have read in the lesson that the hills of Murree were magical spot for the writer because he always enjoyed there. Question number 3 is, how have the changes in Murree since 1960s affected writers' feelings for Murree? We have read that since 1960s Murree has faces deforestation and much of his beauty is lost, but despite of these changes, it is still a magical spot for the writer. Means he still enjoys in Murree. Learn these two questions from this lesson. Let's move to next lesson, that is Cross the Indus. Reading for details at page number 11 and just learn question number 1 and question number 2. Question number 1 is, name 5 things which the poet does not like about the city. And we have read this poetry in detail and we have come to know that he did not like dust, flies, heat, noise, and ruined houses in the city. Question 2 is, why does he find the children unappealing? Why he didn't like the children? Because they were half naked and dirty. Next lesson is Poetry My House and reading for interpretation at page number 24. Question number 1 is, what makes poet's house a home? And the writer has told us in the poetry that her family and their love make her house a home. Question number 6 from the same lesson. Explain what poet values in life. How do her values compare with yours? The poet values her family the most, and so do I. We have also learned some grammar concepts in our Oxford Progressive English. First is compound adjective at page number 5 and 6. Also know that adjective is a word that describes a noun. And what is compound adjective? It is an adjective that is made up of 2 or more words. Let us look at examples. The 8-legged insect. As adjective describes a noun, we have to find the noun first. Insect is noun. And what describes the insect? 8-legged. So these 2 words, 8-legged, are with a dash. These 2 words are compound adjective. 8-legged is compound adjective. Next example is a blue-eyed boy. The noun is boy and he is blue-eyed. So blue-eyed describes the boy. These 2 words are joined with a dash and this is a compound adjective, blue-eyed. What we have to remember about compound adjective is that we join all the words of compound adjective with a dash. You can see in the exercise of your book at page number 5 and page number 6. We have done them already. Our next concept is participles at page number 12. What is a participle? It is a form of verb with ing ending. For example, singing, playing, jogging. This is present participle. In previous lesson we have discussed it in detail, and we also learned that participle can be used as a noun, as an adjective, and as a verb. Let us look at examples how it works as a noun. Smoking kills. In this sentence, smoking kills, smoking is noun that kills, that do the action. So smoking is noun and it is participle that is functioning as a noun. Participle as an adjective, hanging lamps are in trend now. As adjective qualifies a noun, so lamps is noun and hanging is adjective for it, its quality, that lamps are hanging from the roof. Participles as a verb. She was laughing. So she is doing an action that is of laughing. So this is a verb. These points of Oxford Progressive English we have discussed in this lesson are very important from exams point of view. You need to revise them and learn them. Let us move to our grammar. For assessment 1, we have just lesson number 1, 2 and 3. We will do the lesson number 1 first. The topic is pronouns. What is a pronoun? Pronoun is a word that can replace a noun in a sentence, that we can use instead of a noun. For example, he, she, it, that, who, whose, which, this, these, etc. These are some pronouns. Like Ali is a student, he is good at learning. In our second sentence, he is good at learning, he is replacing Ali, so he is a pronoun. There are three main types of pronoun we are going to discuss are demonstrative pronoun, relative pronoun, and indefinite pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun point towards something or some person. Some of the demonstrative pronouns are this, the, that, these, and those. These all pronouns are used for pointing towards something. Relative pronouns are the pronouns that show the relation of things to persons or persons to persons. Some of the relative pronouns are who, which, what, whom, that, and whose. Indefinite pronouns are those pronouns about whom we are not clear, who are not definite. We are not sure about them exactly who are they. Some of indefinite pronouns are someone, anyone, some, everyone, etc. Let's do some practice of pronouns. Here we are given solved sentences, solved exercises. The pronouns in all the sentences are highlighted in red color. We have to identify which type of pronoun is this, if it is demonstrative, relative, or indefinite. Let's start. The girl whose book was torn is upset. Whose is the relative pronoun because it is showing the relation of book with girl. Girl whose book. It tells us that the book belongs to the girl. So this is relative pronoun. Number 2, that is a famous palace of France. So this that is pointing toward a palace. So this is demonstrative pronoun, pointing toward something. This is the house which the thieves broke into. There are two pronouns in this sentence. This is the house. This is pointing towards the house. This is demonstrative pronoun. Which the thieves broke into. House which the thieves broke into. So this which shows relation between house and the thieves. So this is relative pronoun. Please do something about the house. Do something, but we are not sure what to do. So this something is indefinite pronoun. The car that I bought is a new model. So the car and I, that is a relative pronoun that shows the relation between the car and I. Revise all the exercises of pronouns from your book, and also please do not ignore the exercise we have done in this lesson, but the exercises that are in your book are more important. Revise all lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is adjectives. What is adjective? Adjective is a word that describes a noun, that tells the quality or quantity of a noun. Some of the adjectives are tall, small, poor, rich, some, or few. It tells the quality, that someone is tall, someone is small, someone is poor, or someone is rich. And also the quantity, it is 1, 2, 3, some, few, a little. We will discuss 4 types of adjectives in this lesson. One is adjectives of quality. It tells the quality, describes a noun, whether he is tall, short, brave, dark, etc. Adjectives of quantity tells the quantity of noun. If noun is some, little, for, many, much, few. Demonstrative adjectives points towards the noun, and these are this, that, those. Interrogative adjectives ask about noun, what, which, whose, whom, etc. Let us do some practice. Mary was a brave girl. In all these sentences, adjectives are highlighted. So brave is adjective. One thing to notice about adjectives are adjective always come before a noun that it describes. Brave girl. Girl is noun and the adjective that describes the girl is brave. So brave is adjective of quality. How many days did you stay in Denmark? How many days? Adjective of quantity. Many. So it describes noun days. So this is many is adjective of quantity. This chair is broken. This also points towards the chair and the chair is noun. This is demonstrative adjective. Which road should we take? Interrogative adjective asking about the noun. Which road? Lesson number 3 is nouns. Noun is name of anything and there are two types of noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. Countable nouns are the nouns that we can count. Name of things, things that are countable. Lamp, it is the name of a thing that we can count. Penguins, name of a bird which we can count. Flower, name of a thing that we can count. Trees, etc. We can count all these things. So their name is countable noun. Uncountable noun is the name of things that we cannot count. Some of uncountable nouns are water, sand, wood, plastic, kindness, luck, care. We cannot count the materials and also we cannot count the qualities of kindness, freedom, like this. So practice all the exercises of lesson 1, 2 and 3. That is very important for your exams. Let's move to our next section, that is application writing. The application that is in your syllabus for assessment 1 is application for leave to attend the wedding ceremony of your brother. You have already learned this application and you have written it in your notebook already. So in this lesson we are just going to discuss main points about this application. First of all, we have to write the address to whom we are writing the application. So we will start with the principal. Don't forget the P for principal is small. And don't forget to put the comma after principal. Suppose this screen is your notebook page. So keep the alignment. The principal T, allied school A, Rawalpindi R, respected sir R. These all 4 words would be in the same position on the line. Don't forget to capitalize a word that are capitalized here. For example, allied school, A for allied, S for school, and also Rawalpindi R. These all should be capital. And we will write the ending with yours obediently, Y capital for yours, and O small for obediently. And don't forget to put comma after obediently. X, Y, Z. That is your supposed name. X, Y, and Z. And then date, like it is written on your screen. Best of luck for your exams. Do as much practice as you can. Take very good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.